I get the feeling I'm like on Dartmoor. It feels like because there's lots of gorse bushes on Dartmoor. They're kind of like spiky bushes with yellow flowers. It feels like it's quite yellow up here, so maybe like the summer. And I feel like there's like a path and some stones nearby that we live near here. We go here quite a lot.
Are you aware that you have a physical body?
Yeah, I got a sense that I was female when you said that.
Yes.
Got a sense that like maybe my clothing's kind of leathery or fur, quite fine fur, like rabbit fur. That's sort of very low fur, not really fluffy. I feel like, yeah, like I've just got clothing made of leather and fur, that sort of stuff, wrapped around sort of bindings. So I feel like maybe like a Bronze Agey sort of tribally type person, maybe. Get a sense of beads and things as well.
As you look on your feet, can you describe what do you have on your feet?
I feel like my feet are quite brown. I'm not sure that I have any shoes actually.
Do you feel some kind of sensation?
I think the floor's just earth, but the stones are quite big, so they like make like a doorway. It's a bit like with Stonehenge when it's got two uprights and one across the top, but it's like going into an opening, so it's sort of making a cave or a buried, hidden place.
Let us just connect with this person that you are, with this female. Can you see your hands, and can you describe those hands for me?
I feel like my skin's quite brown. I feel quite brown.
Okay. And what about hair?
My hair looks like it's long and brown, so it feels quite long and maybe like curly. It feels quite curly, maybe a bit knotty. Maybe not so well brushed.
How about your body? Does it feel young, middle age, or older?
I feel like I'm an adult, but I feel like a young adult.
Okay.
Quite solid, muscular frame.
Do you have some kind of ornament on yourself, some kind of necklace, something that is...
I feel I see little stones, like little stone beads on me. I'm not sure if it's like a necklace, but just on my clothing and things, I feel like I'm decorated with like turquoise and orange, like and coral coloured beads and turquoise.
So now allow yourself and let us go through those stones. As you said, look a bit like a Stonehenge, and let us feel how is it that you are in this area. What is the purpose that you're looking on this surrounding?
I got the sense that I was here with an offering or something. It felt like I was here. I got the sense of flowers, like I was taking flowers inside, but it's very dark in there. I can't see so well. It's really hard to see anything in there. It was quite dark and I can't see any lights actually. I think there's a little stone altar inside, like a little stone table that you can leave flowers on.
Your purpose for this day to lay those flowers on this altar?
Yeah, I think that's why people come here. I think to just put some flowers and maybe a bit of food like bread or something down, just to leave it for an offering.
Can you tell me more about what is the purpose of those rituals that you do with this altar?
Feels like it's for like the goddess of the earth.
Okay. So, do you want to explore more of this place, or do you want to take a look or on the place that you consider a house.
I get a
And
feeling it's further down the hill. This sort of feels like it's towards the top of a hill, so it's up at the top of a hill. But I feel that we live further down.
Mm.
I feel like there's a path. Yeah, they feel like there's like little round houses.
Round houses.
Yeah, so I think they're, yeah, it feels like they've got sticks or straw in a circular round house with stone walls around the side. And it feels like the entranceway sort of comes out towards the front. So the roof is sort of shaped to make a little porch over the door. So it comes out like you've got your porch is shaped into the roof.
So as you see this
There's quite a
house,
few of them. It feels like there's a group of them, a group of these houses.
so you stay outside of those houses that you said, like there are a couple of them. Do you see something more outside? Let us look around the outside.
I feel maybe there's a fire outside at the front. Maybe there's a fire for cooking on. And also, like, it feels like there's like a fire inside as well. Like it feels like it's like at the edge of the house. Like there'd be like a stone chimney towards the edge of the house,
So
where you could have a fire inside it as well. But there's fires outside where people are cooking on.
okay.
Get a sense of animals around as well, like cows with bells and noise. Lots of people, like. Yeah, it feels quite busy, like a proper village, actually. There's children playing and people. And there's chickens and yeah, it feels like proper busy. People making things out of metal. So what's going on? It's quite busy.
And if you would go to meet your family and you see that the meal is set in the place where you normally eat with your family and you can see it very clearly, tell me about who is it that you are eating with?
I get the sense that we've got lots of animal furs around the outside of the circular home. And we sit in the centre in a circle, like just on the floor with our legs crossed. I get the sense like maybe like we've got like wooden bowls. And I get the sense of like stew and bread, brownish sort of bread. So we're eating bread and stew with spoons. I do get the sense of children, like a couple of children maybe. Maybe a boy and a girl. Yeah, it feels like a boy and a girl, 2 children. I'm not sure if there's a man. I think there's a man. Sort of get a male energy, but not as strong.
Male energy. So as you connect more with this male energy, with this man, who is he for you in this life that you're looking at?
Yeah, I do get the sense of a male. So I guess for a family, like I'm like his wife and these are my kids. Just trying to focus on this man. I get the feeling that one of the children's blonde and one of them's got dark hair. Like this little boy, like seems like he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. But the girl's dark like me. I'm just wondering about the man. Let me just focus on the man. Yeah, I think maybe the man is blonde actually. Blonde with blue eyes, so he's very different from me. He looks quite Aryan.
What about his skin? You said you have a darker skin and...
Yeah, he looks lighter. He's very light.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you know you can see his eyes and you can connect with his eyes, and the eyes are reflection of soul. Maybe you can recognize those eyes.
His eyes are very blue. Very blue.
Do they seem familiar, his energy?
He almost feels like he's alien because he's so pale and his skin's so pale and his hair's so blue. His eyes are so blue, sorry. He just seems slightly otherworldly, like he is so different from me.
As you know everything about your life, we can describe how is it that you two started a family and met. How is it that he's so different from you?
Not sure. Let me think. Maybe he came from, I'm just focusing. I think maybe he came from like a Swedish country in a boat, in a ship. I'm getting a sense if he came from overseas, he came in a boat, he travelled here from a Nordic sort of country, from very far. Yeah, so yeah, he's very different from our
Was
people.
he alone? Was he alone, or someone else also came with him?
I guess he would have been with a whole ship full of people when he came.
Okay.
Maybe he came exploring and then he stayed here.
Okay, that's very interesting. Can you tell me more about the society that you're living in? How is it? How do you spend your day, or how the men spend their day and the women?
Just looks like we've got this village, so there's like quite a lot of these little round houses, and I guess we all do lots of jobs here. We've got animals and people make things out of metal, so we're making maybe weapons or swords, I guess, or things that are useful, maybe armor and swords. So just things that we need. Seems quite a busy place that people come to and go from. There's horses. Feels like we use horses too. So maybe the horses have shoes on even. Feels like there's carts, so we're kind of using lots of technology. Well, not technology, but it's not like we're not cavemen. We're quite advanced in those respects. But it feels like maybe like the Bronze Age or something. It feels like people travel with horses and carts and come and go and trade things.
3, traveling through time. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now.
I got the feeling of like a white horse for some reason. Really beautiful white horse. Quite large, just pure white, shaking its head. Like it's free. It's quite a big horse. It's not a small pony, like a Dartmoor pony. It's quite big. So maybe, yeah, I feel like we ride them, but they don't really have much on them, like around their face. So we're just sitting on the horse itself, maybe just a little bit of rope, maybe, but or something. Maybe just hardly anything. It just seems quite free, like we could just jump on it and ride it with nothing. It's like we're up in the hills. Just kind of feels like it's for fun. It's just freedom and space and peace. There's no one else around. It's just quiet and beautiful. Sunshine and just the landscape's really lovely. It's just quiet and there's no one here.
And now you can view your lifetime. So tell me, what do you see on this last day of your lifetime? How do you see yourself?
I feel like I'm an old lady. I feel like I'm just laying down. I feel like I'm laid down. They've laid me down and just arranged me all nicely with my hands just crossed in front of me with my jewellery, with my beads and flowers. My hair's done nice, it's tied up into plaits and tied back nicely. I think I probably just got old and then passed away. I just get the feeling that when someone dies, the whole village is there and they all come and maybe, it feels like they maybe burn the body on the fire. And it's a bit like just a ceremony where everybody comes when somebody passes away. The whole village comes. So everybody's there just to pass on that person, pass them on to the stars. I feel like they do that at night, and they just know that their soul goes to the stars.
So you're moving up out of the body, and you see around you a huge white light of sorts.
And the man that I was with is there. I get the feeling like he was Palladian for some reason, that he just seemed like he was like from the stars.
So as you connect more with him, you can ask him how is it that he was in your life, as you feel that he was Pleiadian.
He just didn't look like he came from Earth. It was weird.
Can you ask him how is that he?
I guess maybe he incarnated on Earth, but he just seemed like he had the energy of like the stars. He just seemed like a star being. But he obviously he knew these. Maybe that was just his energy frequency. He just looked very different from everyone else. Seems like he was just having an experience. He just feels like he came from the stars, returning to the stars, like from a spaceship. He just feels like he's back in his spacesuit now.
Right.
It looks like he's wearing a spacesuit, and he just looks like that's where he came from, but he was down on Earth for a while. Yeah, we just feel like gone back to these space people. I kind of feel like I've got the energy of I've seen a lifetime before where I was what's the Lyra, I was a female from Lyra. I just feel like I've got the energy of that female from Lyra with a man that was from there too. So it would have been one of my very first lifetimes that I had. That's the energy that I feel that I have now. I just felt like I took that energy into that lifetime, and I was with someone that was previously I was with on Lyra. So like maybe a man that was also like possibly a partner. I wasn't aware that I had a partner in that previous lifetime, but it just felt like it was someone that I knew really well from Lyra originally, that we then sort of came together again during that lifetime. He just looked like, I just got the word Pleiades, and he just seemed very, very pale. But I just felt like when we went up to source, we just both looked like we were wearing spacesuits, and I felt like I was this blonde space person again. It's weird. I can't quite make sense of that.
So once more, I would like to ask, why is it that Cora was shown this lifetime?
Yeah, just life doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be a struggle, and it can, if you look at it, depending how you look at it, it can just be full of adventure and love. It helps to have community. It helps to have just, yeah, sort of a perspective rather than anything else. Just to focus on doing those things that you love, then you find that peace. Getting out and about, it seems like that connection with nature is just really important to make you feel more alive, and just reconnecting with the earth is really important. Just finding those elements in your own life to Find more joy within life. I think that's the message.